Hey everyone, let's stick with us versus herd. Today I was up about $190, $195 realized profit. Overall on the day, I'm down $34, mainly due to Lululemon costing me a healthy amount and Square. But as you can see, a lot of premium selling came through, AMD came through, Snapchat plug came through. So able to navigate the market with some minimal damage. I do have some time on Square and Lululemon, but first, if you made money, comment below, got paid. If you lost money, comment below, learned a lesson. If you could do me a big favor, hit the like button. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord, our options trading group on Facebook, and the UVH Academy, which I have some exciting things that we are going to be launching for those that are in the UVH Academy, launching some exciting things, a private Discord where I'm trying to bring in options data, options flow, news, things that will help us as traders actually find certain events or certain pricing and allowing us to take advantage of inflow, outflow, and that kind of thing. So that's what I am currently working on right now for the Us versus Herd Academy. But kind of getting into, I'll go over my trades real quick and kind of what I'm looking at tomorrow, as well as some of these earnings trades here. SPY today, I just want to cover the overall market first. SPY today, was pretty flat, only 35 cents. However, we're still above the resistance. It didn't snap back into place. Relatively on SPY, relatively range bound day. Just pinging between, let's say, 384 and 385. Qs had a lot better pricing today. This went from 324 up to 327, just a major grind back up for the NASDAQ, just pushing. Just once it broke out, this is what I was kind of looking for on SPY yesterday and today. We broke out yesterday, but Qs are actually what's actually having some follow through. Dow and S&P really just kind of taking a break. They just couldn't do it. Intel, I am in Intel earnings now. Intel, they fell victim. I wasn't actually going to trade it because this thing just went, parabolic here. And the reason why it went is because it actually, earnings was leaked. So Intel holiday sales were up 33%. The PC sales were up 33%. It exceeded its own, PC sales helped it exceed its own expectations. Intel stock is up 6%. EPS came in at $1.52 versus $1.10. Now the thing is, I was looking to sell some premium in here, and I actually did. I did get in a little late because I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do it. But Intel, I'm selling. Let me kind of show you what I'm doing here. I'm selling the 62 strike here puts. I'm long the 57 put, long the 67 7 call. And tomorrow, if we're looking in this range here, let me do a little premium crush. Here, let me take out 75% premium IV. Let's do a little premium crush. So basically, I needed this trade to be between 59 and 64 to be profitable. Obviously, if it ends up here at 62, will be mostly max profit. As you can see here, I did get a 262 credit for this $5 wide strike. So my max loss, is like 240. So basically like a 1-to-1 scenario here for Intel. Now Intel currently is sitting at 61.5. So it opens here. Theoretically, I'm going to be up a couple $100 on this trade. And I actually wasn't going to put it on. But because they leaked earnings early, I felt comfortable that earnings was most likely priced in, and looks like I was right, because this thing ripped up to $63.95. Even at $63.95, $64, I would be profitable on this trade. Like I said, below 65, above 59, and right now it's just pinned at 61.55. So hopefully, I put this on right at market close. I had 2 minutes to spare. I put it on right before market close, got a nice credit for it. So hopefully this will stay flat in here. IBM, unfortunately, did not have a good quarter. I actually didn't trade IBM because I really wasn't sure kind of like what IBM, I didn't have a clue what IBM was going to do. And IBM, revenue fell more than analysts were expecting. It's declined now for 4 consecutive quarters. IBM is in trouble. EPS came at $2.07 versus $1.79. revenue came in lower. I mean, their cloud business, I mean, things are they're just having a rough go for IBM. And as you can see here, for IBM, I mean, it was starting to recover a little bit since last quarter. I mean, last quarter was relatively, I mean, it was pretty damaging. I mean, this popped down from 125 down to 118. It came all the way down to 105, and then has been grinding back the last 3 months, and now it is going to go back down, probably below the 200-day moving average, probably below the 50-day moving average, and probably going to revisit, the 110, 105 area here, unless they give some sort of guidance that. But right now, it doesn't look like they're in the call right now. So I am doing this video a little bit early because I do have to get somewhere today. So, a couple things that were saving my account today. The big thing was plug. Now, plug, I'm up 35% on this. I did sell a naked put in February for the 45 strike. So I'm in the 45 strike for plug. I put this on today. I collected... Let me see. I collected $1.99 in premium, so pretty good. I mean, if you're looking at it here, I'm selling almost one standard deviation away. At the time, it was at $1.99. Now it's at $1.24. That pricing. I mean, I basically bought the dip. I put it on around when it was like 60.50, and this thing just exploded. Now, what I liked about plug, going into the chart here, and normally, like for these speculative stocks, I've mostly just been kind of selling premium in here because premium has been very, very rich. I mean, premium and plug was over 100%. So I sold the 45 strike down in here. I did set alert for 55. It hits 55. Kind of see, reevaluate, kind of see what happens. But the chance of it coming down here probably pretty slim. I mean, if it does, it kind of is what it is. Then I'll have shares to trade, and then I will sell calls against it and kind of work my way through getting a sign. But I think that if it comes down to 35 area would be better. Try to sell. If we get a nice pop down to, I might take profits here shortly because I'm coming up on 50% profit on this premium. Coming up on profits. If this comes down to the 50, I might try to sell some premium down here, like the 30. Like ideally, I want to sell premium down here, 30, 35 for February. So if I can buy back my put for 50% profit, and it drops, I'm going to be looking for down here. Now it might not, but it's extremely choppy in here. As you can see here, the other day it bounced when it hit 58, 57, bounced back up to 68. Today hit 58, bounced back up as high as 65, almost 66. And right now after hours it's holding at 63.81. So I went into there, and then on let me see, the other trade I did was Square. I just flipped the contract, bought it for $12.75, quick day trade, sold it for $13.50 is where I got the $75 from. And then on Space actually, some puts in there were actually, I'm in naked puts in Space. I'm selling the 27 strike puts. That started to come through because, Space, as you can see here, had some monster volume intraday. this thing went from $32.40 straight up to almost $34 and is drifting higher currently. So to be honest, selling premium in Space or Virgin Galactic has been pretty profitable over the last month or two. Just rinse and repeat. And then Snapchat. So Snapchat, I also sold. This was a swing trade I put on yesterday. Now, let me just pull this up for you. I bought this yesterday. I bought the 50 strike call for 560, sold it for 680 this morning. As you can see, I've been kind of doing that. Here, I bought the 48 call, lost 124, but last time I did back in early January, I did flip the 50 contract again, 50 strike call for February for $80 profit. And then this one I flipped for $120 profit. Social media in general, like Snapchat, Facebook, it's just been running. Snapchat, I put it on here when it was like 51, 52, thought I was chasing a little bit, and this thing really escalated here. So I made a nice quick 20% gain overnight, so I took the profits on that. Facebook really ran too. Facebook is continuing to run. I mean, I did have, as you guys know, I had a position on there. I did sell it when it came up to like the 263 area. My target was 275, so I could have made a lot more money, but I just wasn't sure how strong the market was going to be. And after running this, I mean, it tapped the 200-day. This was a very, very clean setup. You know, for those learning how to trade, clean setup, came all the way down to the 200-day moving average, tested, bounced around, and then ripped back up. So, you know, down here in this area is kind of where I was expecting it to gravitate to. It did. So now just kind of wait and see what it wants to do for earnings. You know, this week we don't really have any earnings left. I mean, tomorrow is going to be a little bit crazy. I think, you know, last Friday was expiration Friday for January expiration. So the market was wild. But next week we want to prepare ourselves for earnings. AMD, Microsoft, Starbucks, Facebook, Apple, Tesla. Amazon actually moved theirs from January 28th to February 2nd, I believe. So this Amazon actually moved their earnings. They're not going to be on next week anymore. Southwest, McDonald's. I mean, it's going to be a bit intense. So, you know, right now I'm just kind of grinding, selling more premium than buying. Seems to be the goal. You know, Lululemon. I think that kind of just have to see what it does in this area. I mean, it's just kind of bouncing around here. I do think it's going to hit the 365 level. I actually thought I was going to try to test that today. It did not pull back. It pulled back a little bit after the run from yesterday, and I do think it's going to try to test that 365 area. If not, we'll see. We'll play damage control here. I mean, like I said, I have a bunch of time on the contract, so you know I'm in February expiration, so we'll see what happens. So if you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end, and as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.